Welcome to Saturday Showcase, presented by 5 Hour Energy as a part of ESPN's Rivalry Week, presented by Wendy's. Exactech Arena at the O'Connell Center here in Gainesville, the Florida Gators and the Missouri Tigers. And we welcome you to Gainesville, Beth Mullins, along with John Sundvold. And John, it's a Florida team that has won 3 games in a row, including their biggest win of the season against LSU. There are still some more out there to be gotten.
Yeah, and this is a team when they almost kind of wanted to bury them a couple weeks ago, especially even locally, but they have responded in a way that has been phenomenal. The wins 3 in a row, they go to LSU when no one predicted they would win. Kayvon Allen was huge in the second half and the overtime, and they upset the LSU Tigers. Now all of a sudden you come back, you play a Missouri team that has not played very well, not won many games, and you got a chance to do some damage. Missouri at Vanderbilt, Georgia, the bottom tier of the SEC. But I was warned by the coaching staff from Florida. We're only 3-3 at home in the SEC. We need to make sure we take care of business.
And they are still relying on 3 freshmen in the starting lineup. That is the group they've been running with for the last month or so. In their home whites, Missouri in the road blacks. Tigers coming in at 3-10 in the SEC. That's their record since the start of the new year.
2 teams that are very tough-minded, hard-nosed on the defensive end. They both struggle scoring the ball offensively. If Missouri can get production from Tillman, could be a good afternoon.
Jeremiah Tillman at 6'10" has the advantage inside. The lineup for Florida, Nembhard, Locke, and Johnson are your rookies. Kayvon Allen, that huge second half and overtime, 21 points in the upset on the road against LSU.
Nice pass.
Good look from Nembhard, the Canadian, with the feed to Kavarius Hayes.
Nembhard has such a good feel for the game. Doesn't turn the ball over many times, takes opportune shots when he needs to, but runs the floor at a terrific pace.
One of the freshmen from Missouri, Javon Pickett, with the miss, and it'll go to the Gators.
Lack of communication sometimes by a defensive team. Purrier running outside and you leave the rim wide open. Got to understand, if no one's behind you, make sure they make jump shots, not layups.
This is Allen, checked by Jordan Geist. Johnson looking for 3. They hit nearly 9 per game. That's second best in the league behind Auburn. A lot of guys on both sides that can knock down the triples. Tillman trying for the stick back, and a very good sign for Missouri. He's active early.
Very active, and I thought it'd be a good matchup for Kavarius Hayes, who is a terrific shot blocker, runner, rebounder. But Tillman is a kid, Beth, when he plays well, like he did against Arkansas, he puts up big numbers. The problem, foul trouble once in a while, or lack of interest. And if he has it early, it could spell a few problems for this Gator team.
In their 12 wins on the season, Jeremiah averages 13 points and 6 rebounds a game. Then Hayes will exit quickly. Dante Bassett comes on. They lost Keith Stone to an ACL injury a couple of weeks ago, so they don't have the depth that they once had on the front line to the Gators.
A little bit why they rely on Johnson, the freshman, to be such an aggressive rebounder. Got a big body, strong. Missouri must keep a guy like Johnson off the board.
Not sure if Bassett was expecting that pass. Nembhard, one of the best in the SEC at dropping dimes. Nice little pocket pass there. Allen with the shot clock down to 5. And Bassett with the board.
Again, Missouri will be solid on the defensive end. Cuonzo Martin's teams historically have been good. They'll be tough. Rarely give up offensive rebounds. They've out-rebounded 18 of their 25 opponents.
Johnson, second chance. Got it. Really a third opportunity that possession.
You won't win on the road if you give a team 3 opportunities.
There's that 1-2-2 press that Florida likes to throw at you after a make.
Good job by Purrier to clear out of the way so Tillman can go to work inside.
Rebound for Johnson, and then the foul for Xavier Pinson, the freshman from Chicago. That's his first. We'll look at Mike White, the SEC Coach of the Year a couple seasons ago, and they went to the Elite Eight. And then last year, a trip to the NCAA second round after a third-place finish in the SEC. Right now, John, they are squarely on the bubble. The latest bracketology has them in as a 10 seed.
Yeah, as I said, you know, a lot of people around here and maybe throughout the country kind of had put them away as they wouldn't win enough games. But when they went to Alabama and led that game from the first tip and controlled it the whole time, and then you go win on the road at LSU, that has changed the course of maybe their direction for the rest of the season.
Foul is on Bassett, so Bassett will depart, and now Isaiah Stokes will take a turn.
Easy call by the officials when big guys try to set a screen and they're not set.
Working it around inside, Tillman. Couple of buckets early for Jeremiah.
Well, we've seen early that the focal point offensively is to get Tillman touches. And he is a load again when he plays well. And right now you've got the third Florida body in the lineup trying to stop it.
Third different post player off the bench for Florida. Here is Stokes. He's the guy. They'll try and shoot it over Tillman. Rebounded by Geist. Mitchell Smith has come into the game from Missouri. They will be without Mark Smith again tonight. That ankle still bothering him.
Yeah, Missouri has been very patient on the offensive end. Not many forced shots, taking time against a good, solid defensive team in Florida. And it's paid off so far.
Geist off the dribble drive there. 8-4 Missouri early on. I think a lot of Gator fans, John, were wondering how would Florida, especially these youngsters, respond to a huge win and then coming back home against an opponent they are favored against. And they are trailing Missouri early here at the O-Dome.
ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is presented by 5-Hour Energy Shots. Get back to 100%.
Welcome back to the SEC on ESPN. 8-4 early, Tigers over Gators. Jeremiah Tillman with 6 of those 8 points. Well, Rivalry Week presented by Wendy's on ESPN, continuing tonight at 6 Eastern. It's #1 Duke trying to avenge a loss down at Cameron to Syracuse. They're going to set a new NCAA attendance record tonight at the Carrier Dome, 6 Eastern. And then we'll follow that up with the showdown in the Big 12 at 8 Eastern. It's Kansas and Texas Tech. Also available on your app if you're on the go.
Two teams, one game out of first place. So Kansas State leading the Big 12. Kansas will host Kansas State on Monday night on Big Monday. Great matchup. Texas Tech awfully good in Lubbock.
Latest out of Central New York, Jim Boeheim will be on the bench for Syracuse, and Duke announcing this afternoon that Zion Williamson will not play for the Blue Devils. Trying to bounce back from that home loss to Carolina.
Get Zion back healthy and hopefully back on the floor.
Pinson. Torrance Watson got it up in time and aired it out. And that will go to the Gators.
The student body behind us do a very good job of counting down the clock early. And some opponents listen. And I think Missouri did on that possession. Watson took an early shot.
Meanwhile, the Gators, Conzo Martin there, you see in his second season now as the head coach at Missouri. A 20-win season last year to trip to the NCAA tournament. Their only shot this year would be to win the SEC.
Obviously, the loss of Jonte Porter right before the season took a... It's amazing what happened. Darius Garland at Vanderbilt, you took him out, all of a sudden they struggle. Taking Porter away, it's not just points and rebounds probably for Missouri, but Porter's ability to play, make plays, do different things on the court.
The trail for Watson around and out. Gators hit their first shot and just one since. One of their last 6. Stokes got around the defender for 2.
More minutes for Stokes in the last couple of weeks. He hasn't produced a lot, but at least he gives him a big body inside. He's got good feet, good hands, he can do some good things.
This is Ronnie Suggs. He was their leading scorer against Kentucky midweek. Geist had to force one up again. Offensive rebound in the putback for Javon Pickett.
I get another team you don't get many offensive rebounds against is Florida squad. Solid at rebounder.
Stokes.
And they will not double team Stokes. They'll see if he can score. He's got a couple buckets. I think they're trying to put pressure on Tillman, try to get him in foul trouble.
He has been DQ'd from 8 games this year.
The tough part for Stokes is the fact he has not played a lot of minutes. Conditioning is a big part.
Tillman will try and take advantage of that. Does not get the kind bounce. Jalen Hudson is their leading scorer a year ago, has struggled this season, but is starting to come on for Florida. And they're going to get an armbar on Tillman, and Jeremiah's first.
I love how Hudson is now playing again. Take a look at Stokes now. He has a clear lane to play because Missouri's not going to double team him. Not a big score, only a couple points a ball game, and he's gone to work. He's hit a couple buckets. Now he picked up a foul on Tillman. Tillman's first. But I'll promise you that's a tired body already.
Yeah. Numbers for Missouri. Suggs no. And it ping-pongs around to Hudson.
I think Hudson will like the fact that he's going to have a number of freshmen trying to guard him. And Hudson's terrific with the ball. And if his confidence is good in the first bucket that he makes, he can put up big numbers.
And he is playing alongside 4 freshmen right now on the floor for Florida. Little too much contact from Noah Locke. And that's his first.
Well, I talked about Jalen Hudson getting his confidence back, gets his game back. And you don't have confidence. He just dribbled straight up and shot it. I think he's feeling good. They've said he's been practicing better last few weeks. Confidence is back. He's a guy that could get you 15 or 20 a game a year ago. Tough to defend.
That's what he averaged. Of course, transferring in from Virginia Tech.
Good step out help by Stokes.
Reed Nico can't knock it down. It'll go to the Gators and a chance to take the lead. We got a 1-point game here in the O-Dome. The Gators, winners of 3 straight, looking for a 4th. A 1-point lead for the Florida Gators over Missouri, and some good bench help from Isaiah Stokes, who has hit 2 of his first 3 shots.
You know, Isaiah Stokes, a few more minutes in the last few weeks. And Mike White likes the fact he's got good feet, good hands, can help them in certain ways. But if you think of SEC play, a couple ball games he hasn't played 14 minutes against South Carolina to start the SEC off. A couple games ago, he got 9 minutes against Vanderbilt, but for the most part, 5 or 6 minutes here or there. But they've needed him to defend Tillman, which he has early. And then when the ball went into him, the reality was there's no double team, so they just said go to work, and he has.
Tillman got a foul on Kavarius Hayes. He came out. Got a foul on Dante Bassett. He came out. And Stokes has lasted a bit longer here.
And yes, folks, Stokes is a brother of Jarnell Stokes, who played for Konzo at Tennessee.
Locke, he's the shooter of the freshman, running the baseline. They've hit their last 3 shots. And Stokes going to work again. Last touch by the Tigers. Konzo's going to go to his bench here as well. KJ Santos, the 6'8 sophomore from Illinois, will come on.
It's kind of like playing chess. So Mike White put Stokes in, and Konzo said, well, we're not going to guard him. So every time you throw it to him, we'll see if he makes plays. So Florida fans even behind me go, God, they keep throwing it to Stokes. Yep. And Missouri's not guarding much. So Stokes is either going to score it or he's not going to score.
Foul was charged to Keontae Johnson.
But I would expect a senior like Hudson to go to Stokes and say, you don't have to shoot it.
Yes.
Like, you can kick it back out.
Missouri, meanwhile, has gone cold. They've hit just one of their last 7 shots.
It's been a common theme in SEC play. They'll have minutes where they just can't score, can't get buckets, and try to find a guy on the floor to deliver for you.
Bucket for Pickett. Yeah, we'd like to welcome you to Exact Tech Arena here at the O'Connell Center in Gainesville. Those of you that watched Baylor just pick up the win. 13-11, Missouri with the lead over Florida. Beth Mowins along with John Sunvold. The skip pass, the 3-ball short from Jalen Hudson. Florida comes in winners of 3 in a row, including an upset midweek at LSU. And now have 3 games in a row against the bottom 3 in the SEC, so the Gators are looking to do some damage.
And the warning side from the Florida coaches was we're still only 3-3 at home in SEC play. We can't look down the road to the last 2 games of the season, and Missouri has come out and played well. The pace of play is very similar. This is how these teams play. They're good on the defensive end. They guard you. They hustle. They rebound.
In fact, the top 2 scoring defenses in the SEC this year. Stokes, he's feeling it a little bit, getting a chance to play some more minutes here in the first half, and he's got 6.
Looking for a career night. Already at 6. His high was 9 against LaSalle very early in the season.
The story for Missouri, they are out of the regular season race, but talking to Konzo Martin today at shoot around, hey, we want guys that are going to show us they want to play hard and work hard every day. And who's going to be around down the stretch and building for next year?
And I don't believe, honestly, we know Mark Smith's not going to play this afternoon. He might not play the rest of the year. I got to talk to Mark before the game. He's got a foot injury that nagged him a little bit in high school, nagged him a little bit at Illinois. They miss his production. Outstanding shooter, 45% beyond the three-point line, nearly 14 points a game. He can stretch a defense. So you take him out of the lineup, which he's not played much in the last month, and all of a sudden Missouri has stretches, as they've had this afternoon, where they don't get many buckets.
Shooting down to just 37%. Kayvon Allen, the hero of that big LSU win, short on the shot. Of course, the Tigers bounced right back and beat Tennessee in overtime today, so we knew the SEC was going to be good. How about a 3-way tie for first place right now? Tennessee, LSU, Kentucky.
And down the stretch they come, right? And Kentucky, how impressive today, 80-53 over Auburn. And P.J. Washington maybe trying to put his name at the top to be player of the year. 24 points. He hit 5 threes. If he's doing damage out there, we know he'll do damage inside. Impressive win.
Gators will finish the season hosting LSU and then a road trip to Kentucky to close out the year.
So Isaiah Stokes came in early in this game because of his defensive presence. He was a big body that Tillman couldn't go around. And he is still in there because Tillman cannot go around him so far, and Stokes has been good. Offensively solid, scored some points, 6 of them, and defensively Tillman's not been able to score.
Yeah, Tillman scored 6 quickly in this game. Quiet, though, the last 10 minutes or so. Hudson off the cross, the step back, and a foul on Puryear. Believe the feet were behind the line. You're going to have 3 free throws coming up.
Not a good foul. Obviously, you don't foul the jump shooter, and especially a guy like Hudson who's not a confident jump shooter. He has made 1 3 today. But it's been documented his struggles all season long at scoring and his confidence. And he's not a great jump shooter, never has been. He's a good scorer. But you, as a fadeaway three, and you put your body on him and let him go to the free throw line.
63% on the season at the line for Hudson.
You know, that's up. He has made now 12 of his last 14, now 15. Earlier this season, he was about 50% free throw shooting. So now think of this. He's a big-time scorer that is not making buckets, but he doesn't want to get to the free throw line because he was at 50%. Last couple weeks, he's now got confidence back, jump shots back a little bit, free throws are back. Now he's better off the bounce because he doesn't mind contact. He'll go to the free throw line and make free throws.
Here's the 1-2-2 press again. They've turned it over the last 2 possessions.
An Achilles heel for this Missouri team has been turnover. So far, not bad this afternoon. They had 25 when they had their loss at Ole Miss.
That's Xavier Pinson with the bucket. Yeah, that was Cuonzo's first thing he said today was we've got to take good care of the ball. It just helps us both ways. Our confidence. Stokes trying to wrap it around. Tillman bothered the shot.
The Hudson we're seeing today is the Hudson we used to see a year ago, where he gets the ball and he surveys to try to score. Missouri pushing, Watson with an open one.
Tough shot and a timeout, Florida. Tigers have come ready to go today and a 21-15 lead on the road. Well, this week's NBA Saturday primetime game has the association's leading scorer and the best team in the West. James Harden and the Rockets taking on Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, and the Warriors. Coverage tips with NBA Countdown at 8 Eastern on ABC. Also on your ESPN app.
You've got to love Harden's step back.
The walk back?
Yeah, I'm not sure quite. You know, back in the day, I'm not sure how whoever started teaching that one. Where did he ever get to the fact that I'm going to try this in a game and see if there's no whistle? I'll try it again.
What could you have shot back in the day, John, if you had the step back?
Oh, he's fun to watch, though. And maybe the officials are just shocked at it, too. My goodness, what did he just do?
That's the NBA Showcase. This is a 6-point lead for Missouri.
And we've had nothing from Kayvon Allen for Florida in the offensive end. They ran a play for him there. Good defense by Watson, the freshman from Missouri.
0 for 4 now for Allen. Their bench is outscoring their starters to this point.
So we know 2 teams that are defensive-minded. They're at the bottom of the league, both of them, 13 and 14 in scoring offensively, but it's really pace of play. And Missouri has been able to get into a comfort level if they don't turn the ball over. Like Cuonzo Martin mentioned at shoot-around today, they've only got 2 turnovers. If they can get quality shots and be aggressive with it and defend on one end, the building itself is quiet except the guys behind us. But besides that, it's quiet in here.
That, by the way, is the second foul on Kavarius Hayes, so he will come back out. Has played minimally here so far today.
And he's a big reason why they have, when they win games, rebounding, defense, shot blocking.
Second game in a row, he's had some foul problems. He fouled out of that LSU win.
Pinson, the freshman for Missouri, starting a few games now. More minutes from Cuonzo Martin to see again what he has. Good place to learn against great competition in this league.
Pinson and Pickett are doing all right so far in the first half, that young backcourt.
Yep. Got a lot of young guys on the court. Obviously, we've talked about the 3 freshmen that start for Florida, and we've seen freshmen come off the bench, but Missouri's in the same boat. A lot of freshmen playing.
Tigers on an 8-0 run to open this up. And Florida has come out a step slow after that big LSU road win.
And Noah Locke, who loves a corner jump shot, has been quiet himself.
Johnson tried to go up for the jam, and bodies got tangled between him and the basket.
Is that Tillman's second?
It is.
So take a look at... I'm kind of wondering if Tillman doesn't wrap up. He's getting shielded, but if he doesn't wrap up the offensive player, might have been okay, even though Johnson would have thunder dunked it. Keontae has over a 41-inch vertical jump.
He can get up there. Interesting too here. Now they're going to leave Tillman in the game with the 2 fouls.
Yeah, and for the most part, you've got to really be careful on the offensive end not to pick up your third. The 1-2-2 has been used majority of the season by Florida. They don't necessarily take away a lot of balls with it, but they control pace, and they can set their tempo from a defensive side.
Tillman calling for it. He faces up. Pinson tried to lean into the shot and forced it. And there'll be a shot clock violation. Thought maybe Missouri might have had a second or 2 left.
I was going to say that that ball went out. Ball went out before 30-second clock went off.
But honestly, John, if folks out there watch the end of that Tennessee LSU game, I don't mind not going to the to the review on that. We can keep it moving.
I'm with you. Konzo didn't even argue, right? Just play on. That game lasted forever. What a win by LSU. Not sure I agreed. I didn't. Not agree or disagree. I didn't like the call at the end of the game. 0.6 left. Yeah, I mean, 2 guys going for a ball. One gets it, the other doesn't. But a great bounce back win. And think of Javonte Smart had 29 points.
Yeah, if you said you weren't going to have Waters and Naz Reid was not going to make a basket,
wow.
You wouldn't have liked their chances.
Yes.
But they come out with the win. Kayvon Allen has now made his last 45 free throws in this building. Going back to last February. He's the best free throw shooter in Florida history. Perfect there.
So the idea for him, he's missed a few jump shots early, is to put it on the floor, get to the rim, draw contact. I always put the onus on the officials to make a call.
You shooters love to see that ball go through the bottom of the net, right?
Yes,
Any way you can.
Any way you can.
Yeah.
Got a nice move by Pinson, stayed with it.
A lot of contact. And what did they call it? They called a travel on Pinson.
You know, a high degree of difficulty on that shot. You know what I mean? I mean, you're putting, there's other shots you can get besides a forced one down the middle, but Pinson needs to use his speed and quickness, try to get to the rim. But anytime you go and you're hanging with arms around you, pretty difficult.
Been in the starting lineup the last few weeks. Johnson off the jump stop. And Nico going to be called for a shove on Bassett. Florida is already in the bonus, so Nico now with 2, Tillman with 2. A couple of the bigs for Missouri. Torrance Watson on the perimeter has 2.
Yeah, Missouri not a big squad. They've not gotten a lot from the 4 position. We mentioned the loss of Jontay Porter for the season. Purrier playing the 4 spot has probably had an inconsistent senior year for him.
Has not been in double-digit scoring in league play this year.
And they bring in Santos for a few minutes here and there, the 4 position, and not getting a lot of production on the offensive end. All of them have been solid defensively, but they're trying to find ways to score points. Take a look at, see if Geist gets a look. He has been very quiet. Usually a guy that gets a number of jump shots off. Florida's done a good job so far.
Only 2 shots to this point. Baseline runner won't go. Locke using the Bassett screen. And Nico corrals it. Watson Corner triple got it.
We've seen a couple times. He's a catch-and-release guy. Big-time scorer in high school. Trying to find his way as a freshman in SEC basketball. Up and down, good game, bad game, but we've seen from each corner a catch and release, and Mike White's not been happy either one because the scouting report says get close to him.
Pass is picked off.
Pace of play, very few up and down buckets this afternoon.
Pickett skip intercepted.
Not even a good idea.
Nebhart with the spin and the dish to Johnson. The freshman creative on the baseline.
Beth, you will be calling what you just said. You'll be saying that a lot for the next few years. Nebhart to Johnson.
Well, they've got to find different guys to step up today because there are two shooters on the perimeter. Allen and Locke are 0 for 5, so they've been quiet here in the first half. Missouri will try the same thing out the other side. Watson, no.
Terrific defensive play by Kayvon Allen because Watson had to hurry that shot.
Allen still without a bucket, but he gets his own miss. Similar to LSU when he didn't score until the second half.
And then put on a show.
Watson, same spot again.
He's not bashful. You know, though, think of this as a freshman that the coaching staff has said, if you have it, take it. And as a teammate, then, you know if he catches, he's shooting, you go for the offensive rebound.
Well, that's exactly what Pickett did and got rewarded.
Tough assignment, Watson on Kayvon Allen. Difficult. Freshman on a senior.
Allen, good defense by Missouri. The 3-on-1 break. Geist, and one.
Starts on the defensive end. Active hands. You get a steal. You get a push. Missouri has shown up this afternoon, and Florida a step behind. Tigers with an early lead.
ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by Wendy's new Made to Crave menu, available at participating restaurants now.
Duke remembers.
Hold up, let me get up in it now.
And a historic loss for Duke.
And seeks redemption. The rematch in a sold-out Carrier Dome. Number 1 Duke, Syracuse. Tonight at 6 on ESPN.
Let's take a look at Wendy's Wooden Watch. The players on that list for the Duke Blue Devils are Jay Barrett and Zion Williamson. They will be up at the Dome to take on Syracuse, although it has been announced by Duke that Williamson will be out tonight. And we've got number 1 Duke up at the Dome to take on the Orange at 6 Eastern, followed by Kansas and Texas Tech at 8 Eastern down in Lubbock. Those games also available on your ESPN app.
And remember that Syracuse won the first matchup.
Yes, they did.
On the road at Duke between those squads, so should be a great battle.
And as a youngster, John, growing up in Central New York, I have been a part of some of those former record-breaking crowds. It is a real special place for college basketball, and the Dome, in what may start out as a somber place today.
Yes, it will. Yeah, and we're thinking about that.
Yep, we'll get rocking. Certainly our thoughts with Coach Boeheim and the entire Syracuse community after that tragic accident midweek. College Game Day was supposed to be there. They decided that was not the best move, so they were out of Bristol today.
Yep, good decision.
Yep.
Tragic accident. Thoughts and prayers with the family and for the lost one.
This is the biggest lead of the half right here for Missouri. Stokes tried to muscle it up and in, no go.
And Stokes was the key early in the game when Florida got behind, when he was inserted. His 6 points brought them back a little bit. Tough pass to handle. Not a good decision by Pinson. This will sound odd, but you really only want to throw catchable balls.
Yeah.
Now, you say, sure, that's... No, especially if you're throwing it to big guys.
Know your
if they're
target,
moving, know where you've got to hit them. And if you can't hit them in the chest, then don't make that pass at that time.
That's going to be a foul. And that will be on Pinson. That's going to be his second. Boy, if the Gators didn't have the free throws, they'd be in big trouble right now. They're 8 of 9 from the line.
And here, okay, once you hit the screen, now, trail, but don't hug. Officials will probably give a senior a call more than anybody else. But here's the guy that Florida wants on the line. But on your scouting report, if you're Missouri, don't put him on the line. Keep your hands away. Don't bug him. You want Kayvon Allen to be quiet in a reserve role.
0 for 5 from the floor, but 3 for 3 at the line. Yeah, Mike White does not like the shooting numbers right now. From the floor, they're under 32%. So credit to Missouri and the defense. And a miss by Allen at the line, a rarity. He had hit 47 straight at home prior to that miss.
We do not have the locker room mic'd up, do we, for halftime?
We might have to mute it if we
Just
did.
curious.
On the Florida side. Missouri has come in here ready to go today. The bump and a trip to the line coming up for Pickett.
And the Tigers have spread the floor well offensively. And when they've made passes, guys have either caught it to shoot it, but there's driving lanes. And here's where Pickett goes right between. And the reason they're driving lanes is because offensively, Missouri's players are spaced out. They've got room to where, again, you've got good shooters on the outside. So Pickett, who's pretty good with the ball, not necessarily a great finisher, but he got to the lane, and when you draw contact, he gets 2 free throws, or at least 1 and 1.
Final minute of the first half. And a surprising score so far with Missouri on top.
Got to stay in front of Hudson.
And the turnover. Pickett will take it. Missed it. And it's going to be a held ball. It will go to the Gators.
Missouri's missed a couple opportunities this afternoon on breaks. Good steal, good hands, but you've got to finish on that offensive end. And take a look, and we've seen this for a couple years, where I'll just say you've been Geist. He just steps in and makes a play.
Locke and Allen without a basket in the first half. Hudson. And the shot clock is off. Who gets it for Missouri?
So Geist out front has to know you got Watson, who's hit a couple out of the corner, right? Pickett's hit 1 outside. Suggs is in there, can also shoot it.
We'll find out with you when we come back in a moment. To 24, Missouri with the lead over Florida as the Gators have hit just 2 of their last 13 shots. And meanwhile, Missouri has taken advantage of that, and they have the ball here with 9.4 to go before the break. Suggs will inbound.
They've got all shooters, all 5 guys on the floor, 5 guards, 5 shooters.
Geist on the drive. The floater is good.
Conzo Martin put 5 guards on the floor, spread it out to attack. It worked. Terrific bucket by Geist.
Biggest lead of the game, and they'll take it into the locker room. Missouri on top after the break. Phil Murphy and Chris Spatola with a halftime report.
Welcome into our college basketball studios. Phil Murphy alongside Chris Spatola. And Chris, in the early part of the day, best game on the agenda, UVA at Louisville. 3 teams really in the teeth of that ACC race, but in the first half, it looked like Louisville might become the 4th.
It's a tale of 2 halves offensively. 10 threes in the first half. That right there was one of them. but only 2 of 17 from 3 in the second half. Virginia put the vice clamp on them.
And Virginia getting it done offensively, specifically DeAndre Hunter. Career high 26 for him. Kyle Guy also not a bad day for him.
Those three guards, I mean, Guy, Hunter, and then Ty Jerome can all give you a bucket in a number of ways. They're also outstanding passers. The help comes up here, the drop off to a blondes have more fun, newly blonde Diakite.
Virginia's 5th true road win over a ranked opponent ties the 1999 UConn title team for the most ever. Marquette on the road at Providence. Ooh. Marcus Howard, not a great day, but Sakar Anim picking up where he left off.
Anim was great today. The Hauser brothers were outstanding. They have other guys besides Howard who only had 2 baskets on the day, but they were pretty nice.
Yeah, worthy of a highlight. We'll show both of them, but he was just 2 for 12 from the floor, held to 14 points. Services not needed, though. Marquette wins by 18. Auburn, not similar road fortunes at number 4, Kentucky. Kentucky using a wide array of options to get this one done.
I mean, Kentucky's pounding teams right now. You go back to that win against Tennessee at home last week. I mean, P.J. Washington has taken his game to another level. Those guards have gotten better, and they're doing this today without Reed Travis.
Yeah, Reed Travis still in warm-ups. Services not needed by him either. Tyler Hero from 3 in the corner. Kentucky wins this one running away. Things were far closer in Baton Rouge. Number 13 LSU hosting number 5 Tennessee. 4.4 seconds left. It's tied. Jordan Bones slips and falls, so we got bonus basketball in the Bayou.
Yeah, and LSU made a run because Tennessee was up 8-9. LSU makes a run to get us to this point.
Grant Williams, reigning SEC Player of the Year, bucket and 1. Tennessee up 2 after the free throw, and this is where things got wild in OT. Cavell Bigby Williams, put-back layup ties it. Tennessee going the other way. Lamonte Turner misses, and that's when things go off the rails, Chris.
Yeah, Grant Williams just making a hustle play here. I think it's a very good call by the officials, especially in that spot to make. It is a foul, and it's a little bit unlucky. It's Grant Williams, who's a hard-playing guy, just trying to make a play.
Just trying to get the offensive board. Smart steps to the line, hits them both. He had a game-high 29 points, and LSU makes a statement at home, beating Tennessee in OT, Chris.
Yeah, and LSU got 1 point from its 2 best players. Tremont Waters did not play today, and Naz Reid didn't play much of the first half, only had 1 point for the game. I mean, what a win for LSU at home.
Reid went 0 for 9 from the floor. Now for Tennessee, it's a tale of 2 teams. First 24 games, 23-1. Things haven't gone great in the past week, tripling their loss total, 16 fewer points per game, shooting just 40% from the floor. Chris, is this reason for concern, or is this just reality of life on the road against elite SEC opponents?
I think there are elements of concern. Now, the 2 losses in those 3 games are both on the road to Kentucky and LSU, 2 really good basketball teams. So that's a big part of it. The thing offensively, the difference in the numbers offensively, it is a team that doesn't score as easily as you would think, but they're tough and they're physical up front. The problem in those 3 games, as we saw the numbers there, is they're turning the basketball over and their shot selection hasn't been great. And outside of Grant Williams and Admiral Schofield, they're not getting a whole lot of consistent production. And then defensively, again, they're playing, those 2 losses were on the road against good teams, but defensively, they just haven't had that ability to rebound consistently and that toughness, I think, on that end.
If you're going to drop games, now's the time for a team that a lot of people like in the Final Four. Kansas has to be a little more urgent with things as they head to Texas Tech later today. They're part of just a mess atop the Big 12. 5 teams within 2 games of first in the conference. Chris, what are you watching for when the Jayhawks visit the Red Raiders later today?
How does Texas Tech guard? They're the number 1 defense in the country statistically. They were not great defensively in the first matchup between these teams. Kansas shot 45% from the field, and Dedrick Lawson went for 25 and 10. They got to make it hard for him to catch, make life difficult for him, but they've got to guard those other guys. Dotson, Ogbeji, those guys had great nights in that first matchup. Lawson's going to get his. You make it hard for him, but you have to guard those other guys.
Kansas functionally controls its own destiny if they're going to keep that impressive streak of Big 12 titles alive. Texas Tech here, Kansas State coming up in due time. Coming up much more imminently, number 1 Duke at Syracuse. No Zion. See if the Blue Devils can get it done on the road. We'll get you back to your game in just a moment, but don't forget, Duke at Syracuse tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern.
A surprising halftime score here for many, with Missouri leading Florida 33-24. The Gators coming off of that huge win over LSU midweek, but they are in trouble as the Tigers have come ready to go. Beth Mowins along with John Sundvold, in particular the freshman for Missouri. The three rookies outscoring the Florida freshmen 18-6.
You know, the key, I think, for Cuonzo Martin is he's given his young guys more minutes and more time and more confidence. And if they make a mistake, just keep going. Watson shot an air ball his first attempt. Then he hits a couple bombs from the corner. Pickett has been aggressive all season long. If he scores the ball, sometimes it's a plus. Solid shooter outside, aggressive around the rim, pretty good defensively. But that first half, there was a lot of confidence, and they looked like the looser team when both squads started this game.
Right after the Florida offense looked pretty good against LSU, just 30% shooting in the first half. Locke and Kayvon Allen without a basket. They came in averaging 28 points per game in SEC play. Just 3 first-half points for those two for Florida. And we'll be back with the second half right after this.
Hold up, let me get up in it now.
An historic loss for Duke.
And seeks redemption, the rematch in a sold-out Carrier Dome. Number 1 Duke, Syracuse, tonight at 6 on ESPN.
That'll be a doozy in upstate New York. Central New York will be ready. Duke and Syracuse. We are down here in Central Florida, the University of Florida, and Exact Tech Arena at the O'Connell Center here in Gainesville. And a surprise for the Florida Gators. They find themselves down to the Missouri Tigers. It's a Florida team. They're starting today. Their next 3 games are against the bottom 3 in the league. They are looking to make some hay here to get back into a possible bye. You know, they win these next 3, John, they're looking at 10-6 in the league. Probably nobody going to catch Kentucky, Tennessee, and LSU right now in the 3-way tie for first, but Florida's got work to do here in the second half.
Work to do, and let's keep an eye on Kayvon Allen, the senior, on Wednesday night at LSU. He was scoreless the first half. He ended up with 21. He had 12 in the overtime. He is a leader, and he has been key in some of their road victories. And again, Mike White and his staff warned us, we haven't been as good at home as we need to be. So we'll see how they come out the second half. The best part for Missouri, they did not turn the ball over. Only 5 turnovers the first half. They controlled their own pace on the offensive end. I would expect the Gators to step it up defensively, get after it, see if they can force some turnovers.
That'll be the second foul on Nembhard.
Florida had 0 fast break points. Now, they don't play at a fast pace. But again, in their home building, you expect 10 or 12 fast break buckets. There's a steal.
And there is the defensive play. Allen, there's his first basket of the day. Went 0 for 5 in the first half.
And if you're the Missouri staff, you're yelling at your guys to be solid and tough with the basketball.
Perrier in traffic, goes to the left-hand short. And going to be an offensive foul on Tillman over the back, and that is his 3rd.
Well, we talked about the Florida Gators coming out in the steal right away. Not a good pass from Tillman. And then when you get back defensively, Allen put it right on top of him. Makes for an easy layup, and Tillman picks up his 3rd personal.
He will stay in the game. Nembhard dropping it off for Hayes, trying to muscle his way up.
And Hayes not a big scorer, but I was interested to see if they'd go to him to see if they can get Tillman to get his 4th foul.
Jeremiah stayed loose. Perrier trying to back in, finds Tillman, good feed.
So Perrier on 2 plays. He only had 5 minutes in the first half. He's a senior, on the road, understands the game, missed the jump hook. Still put pressure, though, when he got the ball around the rim. Made a good assist to Tillman. Jeremiah Tillman had 6 early points in this ball game around the rim, and we thought, well, it might be a big afternoon. Then he was quiet, got in foul trouble. Maybe that bucket gets him going.
Not a good foul there by Pinson as he picks up his 3rd. So 2 of the starters with 3 fouls for Mizzou.
And remember, a lot of the production for Florida the first half was from the foul line. Missouri had some fouls, got in foul trouble. Florida 9 of 11 in that first half from the free throw line. Good steal.
Nembhard's pass picked off. Javon Pickett going to take it the distance. Had it stripped. Going to call it a held ball. And it goes to Florida.
Kayvon Allen, tough. He's physical. Doesn't mind mixing it up. He got his hands in there. Pickett had no chance to get that to the rim.
Corner lock.
That's his spot, too. He loves a corner shot. Very quiet afternoon for Locke.
Still looking for his first basket. Geist. Pickett able to clean it up.
Beth, watching Pickett this afternoon, he is constant motion. One of the first guys back on defense. Sprints the floor offensively. Hard to block out. They've not been able to keep a body on him. Good cut.
Johnson gets the lay-in. Nembhard assist. Hinson to Tillman. They got the mismatch. Help from Hayes. And it ends up with Geist. They're going to count the basket. And it looked like there was a contact away from the shooter.
I think it was under the rim, but I don't know who they called it on. They're going to count the bucket by Geist. There was commotion underneath. Take a look. You got 2 guys blocking off Tillman. Now Tillman, yeah, there you go.
Tillman.
Yep.
Tillman on Hayes.
That'll be a flagrant foul.
He's already got 3 personals.
They had 2 guys blocking him out, attempting to, and you can't throw the elbow.
The previous play is under review.
They did count the bucket. And I wasn't sure, Beth, initially. I mean, they blew the whistle. I didn't know what they called.
Well, this could be a huge moment for Jeremiah Tillman because this could also be his 4th foul and a big swing here with free throws in possession possibly.
An easy one to review, that's for sure.
Yep.
It's right out in the open. There we go. So puts a lot of pressure on Reed Nico to come in. Had a decent first half, good minutes.
John Gaffney, Byron Jarrett, Robert Felder, our officials today.
It's a good crew.
Yeah. Well, that was a very good catch off the ball there. They'll tell the score, and then John will come over and talk to John.
Maybe you heard it. Flagrant 1 foul, 2 shots, and the ball. Basket was good. 3-point shot was good by Geist.
And that is foul number 4 on Jeremiah Tillman. With 17 minutes still to go. And Tillman will depart. And it's KJ Santos who will check in. Hayes to the free throw line. Florida 9 of 11 so far in the game.
So this is a small Missouri lineup. Let's see if Mike White responds differently, or does he leave Hayes in the game? Hayes not a big-time scorer, but he does change it on the defensive end. Good rebounder, good shot blocker. We'll see if Mike White does anything differently.
Of course, you could count Johnson as a big guard already, and they've already got a 4-guard lineup with Hayes.
Yep. And Purrier at 6'7" will guard Hayes inside. But I don't think Missouri worries that Florida's looking to post up Hayes for a lot of offensive production.
Can never have too many guards, right, John?
Hey,
Not in our book.
that's all they need to have. 5-on-5, shoot it up.
Allen kicks it out to Johnson. Got it.
I think Mike White is looking for some kind of spark to get this building heated up.
Geist trapped in trouble.
Wow, tough place to pick up your dribble. Got away with it. Senior and senior on one side of the floor.
Shot clock down to 1. Pickett got it up in time.
What was that time? I can never quite tell. I saw the bucket. They're going to check.
They're going to make sure, I think, that he got it off in time, but it certainly appeared that way.
I think Pickett was the only one who knew the shot clock was running down.
Yep.
He took one bounce. I thought he had it off, but again, we didn't see it. It sounded like the buzzer went off after it left his hand. This kid's having a terrific first half. Maybe not.
Good.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
And it was a 2, I believe.
That one stayed under
That
for a
sure
while.
did. It lingered. That's a big response because the crowd was starting to get into it.
And Missouri was late getting into their offense. Took a while to get the ball up the floor. They didn't have much. And Pickett delivers. And again, this afternoon, he has been terrific on both ends.
They're going to go ahead and say the play stands, a 2-point bucket. Pickett joins Geist as the double-digit scorers now for Missouri. 10th time in his rookie year he's gotten double figures.
So we've mentioned it. We're kind of waiting for Noah Locke to get on track. And maybe Kayvon Allen. First half, there were a lot of fouls on Missouri that got Florida to the bonus.
Foul's going to be on Pickett. That's his first, and it's a 9-point Missouri lead. Well, welcome back to Saturday Showcase, presented by 5-Hour Energy as a part of ESPN's Rivalry Week, presented by Wendy's. 42-39, Missouri has maintained its halftime lead through the first 4 minutes of this second half. It was a 12-point lead when Jeremiah Tillman picked up the flagrant, and it was his 4th personal foul. So Tillman is out right now for the Tigers. They've gone to a smaller lineup. And basically we're playing with 8 guards on the court for both these clubs. Locke still looking for his first bucket.
What terrific screens from the underneath out of bounds to get him free. As he shakes his head coming down to the other end. Play designed for him, drawn up for him, didn't deliver.
Quiet afternoons for he and Kayvon Allen. Stripped by Hayes. Chance for their first fast break points of the day. And a trip to the line for Johnson. That'll be on Reed Nico, and that is now his 3rd personal.
Did not see much of this the first half. Now we've got a couple possessions the second half where turnovers Missouri, Florida pushes and gets to the rim. Puts too much pressure on your defense if you're going to turn it over.
Keontae is a 70% shooter. They are now 11 of 14 from the line.
And Florida has not really had any runs this afternoon that normally ignites an entire building. Missouri's done a good job of, again, not many turnovers, making key shots when they need to. Let's see if that continues. The 1-2-2 press is still on. Hasn't been there to make many steals, but just to control tempo. Seems to be taking Missouri a bit long to get in offensive sets. Shot clock winding down again.
Geist trying to create some space, and he did it illegally.
I think here's the struggle for Missouri. If they have the shot clock winding down, if you don't get into your offense, watch the push-off by Geist. They don't necessarily have great one-on-one guys.
Yeah.
So if you get late into your offensive set, it puts pressure on someone to make a play that maybe that's not their strength.
6th team foul already on Missouri. And make it 7.
So Nembhard at 6'5", just absolutely just went to the low block to post up Pinson, who goes at 6'2". 4th personal foul, he'll come out. So that'll move Geist more to the point guard position. But Nembhard's a big guard. He's a point guard, but he's a big guard, tall guy, physical. And Pinson, because he was on the backside, the only thing you can do is probably grab. You're out of position. So now the pressure goes back to the senior Geist. He's used to this, though, of running the club.
Held to just 36 points through the first 25 minutes. Can Florida ratchet things up a bit?
Interchangeable bodies defensively for Florida. They switch a lot of things.
Per year, triple team to kick out Watson for 3. Airs it.
Solid defense again when you can interchange your parts defensively. Switch, communicate. Florida is about the same size across the top. Lock goes at 6'3", but he's still a solid body. He can switch off.
Johnson, a little too crafty, and then commits the foul.
Quicker whistle this half than the first half. I thought once Purrier got a hold of it, I thought the whistle wouldn't blow.
Let Missouri try and run with it. 2nd on Johnson. And here is Geist now up top with Pinson in the foul trouble. Pickett. Nico finds Purrier. Good ball fake. Trip to the line coming.
Boy, good pass up front by Nico. As Nico made this pass, Purrier had faked the screen and had shot down the lane. Wasn't sure they could find him, but good ball fake. If Purrier's a little more patient after the ball fake, just lay it in. You've got your contact now. Now go up and finish the play.
3rd foul on Johnson. .75% at the line on the season, and Kevin misses the first. Johnson will depart with the foul problems. Kayvon Allen back onto the floor for Florida. Just 1 for 6 shooting so far.
And Purrier scoreless on the afternoon, now gets his first point. He has not had a double-figure SEC scoring game, which is kind of amazing.
He'll check out. Ronnie Suggs comes on.
Suggs is wearing number 3 because I know I've gotten some calls about this. Last Tuesday night they retired the great Derek Chivas' number 3, but because Suggs has it on, they will no longer use number 3 after the season. So he will continue to wear number 3. A great tribute to Derek Chivas, one of the all-time greats in Missouri history.
All-time leading scorer at Missouri. That's a 2-pointer for Kayvon Allen. Geist, the spin off the Nico screen and had it knocked loose.
I think it was Hayes who came back from the weak side to knock it loose. This is his spot.
Lock. Still no go.
Wow. Halfway down.
And a technical foul has been called on Cuonzo Martin.
So Geist made a terrific spin move. But I think it was Kevarius Hayes who knocked it away. And then Locke not being able to answer on the other end. But Cuonzo Martin obviously not happy with the whistles. And how quickly I think they've been blown this half compared to the first half.
Allen hits the first.
Thank you, coach. Thank you.
Got a couple.
So Kayvon Allen knocks those 2 in. He just hit a jump shot. I'm expecting if I'm a teammate and I'm a player on the floor, I get him the next one.
Correction, ball awarded to Missouri. It was a technical foul. It was a technical foul. He gets possession.
Down by as many as a dozen. The Gators now within a possession.
Pickett not a comfortable guy bringing the ball up. He seems to want to give it back quickly. Good on the half-court side, though. Gave him a shooting foul.
Yes, he did. That's going to be on Allen, the foul.
Smart play by Watson. I thought the foul was here. And now he keeps going. That is continuation, then. That is continuation.
I thought his foot was going to continuation as well there, John. He somehow managed to keep the heel down on the slide and a trip to the line. This is a terrific test for these young Missouri players in a hostile environment.
They made answers in that first half every time Florida got close. Watson, who's got 6 points. That was his first free throw attempt with a miss. Big-time score in high school.
Missed them both, but Nico kept it alive.
Another opportunity if they can get an answer. But where do you get it from?
Geist going to work on the freshman. No, Nico again had it. Knocked loose. Gators come out with it. Allen.
I'm not even going to say this is getting chippy. This is beyond chippy.
Yep.
There's a lot of stuff going on.
Looked like contact all the way up the floor that
entire
time.
way. Geist and Allen, 2 seniors going at each other. And in half court, I thought they might call a foul on Geist. Then I thought they'd call an elbow on Allen. They let both the seniors play.
At the line, Kayvon Allen for 2 shots.
We did not come in anticipating they would set the nets afire today, John, but
No.
we were hopeful that we'd have a nail-biter, and we're headed in that direction. possession.
Well, and rarely are these two teams out hustled or out tough,
Yep,
right?
yep.
I mean, how these coaches coach. And when you put these type of teams against each other, you'd like to have a smooth basketball game. First half was okay. Smoothness has now left. Now it's a tug of war. And favoring right now the Gators because they've made a run.
They've scored 9 of the last 10, in fact. Allen into press row, going for the steal. Geist, nice little bump, and he hits it. Hudson off the bounce.
The creation for Missouri offensively has been Geist off the dribble, just trying to create. I think that's difficult. There he goes again.
Geist. Rebound Stokes, but a foul. I think they're going to get Florida on the box out. A one-point game. Still got 11 minutes to go in the O-Dome.
ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by Wendy's new Made to Crave menu, available at participating restaurants now.
Now the celebration at halftime today, the 25th anniversary of Florida's 1994 Final Four team, the school's first. Of course, they went on to win national championships in 06 and 07, but that Lon Kruger team was the first one to go in 94 with Dan Cross and Craig Brown, Andrew DeClerc, Dimitri Hill, Brian Thompson. Went to the old Nassau Coliseum for the first and second rounds, and then down to Miami for the Big East tournament, where they beat UConn and Boston College to advance to the Charlotte bout out in the semis against Duke and Grant Hill.
Lon Kruger, who has done a terrific job at a number of schools, and looking at those guys, DeClerc, Hill, Dan Cross, they all look pretty good out there, didn't they?
Yeah, Lon got a win today for Oklahoma over Texas. Watson with the bucket out of the break, and it's back up to a 4-point lead. Playing without Tillman right now is in foul trouble, and Allen gets the lay-in.
So, Beth, my observation when these teams went to the timeout, Kayvon Allen kind of had a smile on his face and kind of a bounce to his step. He's a senior. At times, he's a quiet guy. Not so quiet now because of the type of play. Been bumped around. He's bumped some guys. He's totally into it, and he's one of the best in the league, and when he gets going, he's awfully good.
10 points in the second half, and on the drive, Pickett to the line, fouled by Hudson. It's his first.
Pickett turns the corner. My observation this season, Pickett, Watson, a lot of freshman players in the league. They can make the play, but can they finish the play, right? When you turn the corner, now where do you go? Do you have the floaters to finish? Can you get to the rim? Can you draw contact? That time Pickett at least got his body into Hudson for the foul.
Well, what a credit to Conzo Martin and his staff to get these guys ready to keep them playing despite the battle record this year. Got a timeout here, and for Florida, boy, you cannot come back from your biggest win of the season to suffer one of your toughest losses. That's what's at stake here in the last 10 minutes. Welcome back to the SEC on ESPN. Florida and Missouri, the Tigers up 4 on the Gators. 10:16 to go. A reminder that Super Tuesday presented by Boost Mobile. Got another good doubleheader for you. It starts with Duke, Virginia Tech at 7 Eastern Tuesday, and then out to Big Ten country for Wisconsin and Indiana at 9. Super Tuesday also available on your ESPN app.
And ouch for Indiana, the loss to Iowa. So Indiana's on the, I'm not even sure that bubble is very.
Yeah, very tenuous.
Yeah.
Of course, their big game is tomorrow, Michigan State.
Oh, yeah.
For first place in the Big Ten. Still to come tonight, you got Duke, Syracuse, you got Kansas, Texas Tech on the ESPN networks. For Allen, 12 for Johnson for Florida. Pickett with 13, Geist with 12 for Missouri.
Stokes back in the lineup, had a pretty solid first half.
Jeremiah Tillman is still out for Missouri as Hudson hangs and hits.
We've said it a lot, Hudson can be the difference maker. He's good enough.
He's got 9 points in 16 minutes so far today.
So most of the year for Missouri, the ball ran through Geist out front until Council Martin inserted Pinson. Then Geist slid over, but he's very comfortable out front with the ball.
Stokes spinning baseline. Gators have shooters out there on the perimeter right now.
And if you're Geist, you got to keep a hand up. Allen will go quickly over the top to shoot it.
They have not led since midway through the first half and still won't get it. Locke is frustrated.
Yeah, what a tough afternoon. He has really been struggling shooting the basketball lately.
Last 5 games, he's now 6 for 32 from the floor. And 0 for 5 today. Five on the shot clock. Geist with the cross. Got the defender up and wedges it in the elbow. Going to stay with Missouri.
It's amazing that happens.
Yeah, what are the odds? Well,
I don't know if I've ever seen it happen from that angle up top. I've seen it from the wing.
And how about a good break? The shot clock was at 0, and now they get a fresh 30.
Because it's a jump ball, they retain the basketball underneath out of bounds. Pick it on a post right there. They've got it.
Over the top of Locke hits.
Good find by Suggs. They cleared everything out. Pickett got positioned quickly. They didn't get him out of there.
Allen working on the low block. Kept his dribble alive and is able to hit. Did not pick up when the help came.
A wide variety of ways that he can beat you.
Geist using the screen. Tip by Nico, no.
He missed an easy one after all those moves.
Nothing new for Florida. Their average margin of victory in SEC games this year is .7. Less than a point per game.
And their advantage is because Kayvon Allen is terrific down the stretch of games.
Coming off of an overtime road win against LSU. Locke, what a time it would be for him to hit.
Maybe it's the easiest shot to make when you have to release it. But the building is alive and well.
Geist, tough shot, and he got it. Used the seat of his pants to sit him down in the elbow.
Stokes lost his shoe. He'll take a timeout.
54-53, Mizzou by 1.
Hold up, let me get up in it now.
An historic loss for Duke.
And seeks redemption, the rematch in a sold-out Carrier Dome. Number 1 Duke, Syracuse, tonight at 6 on ESPN.
Well, here at Florida, the Gators down 1. They've been down by 12 here in the second half. We've got 6:32 to go.
I think the physicality of play kind of made this Gator team wake up. In the second half, they've been more aggressive. Missouri's answered it physically, but this Florida team is now catching fire. Defensively, they've upped it a notch. Offensively, now starting to make shots. So now Tillman comes back in. 4 personal fouls. The start of this game, Tillman was aggressive offensively, and it was a load down low. He had the first 6 out of 8 points, and then he's been quiet since. Can he get back into that mode without picking up his 5th? And can he put more pressure and give Missouri options to score? It's like pulling teeth on the offensive end. Now Pinson's back in, gives him a little more freshness out front as a point guard. More of a truer point than Geist is.
Tillman was out for 11 minutes. Florida made up 11 points.
Well, that's a tough pass. Hard for a big guy to see that one when your teammate's about 2 feet from you amongst the trees.
Pinson, by the way, also playing with 4 fouls for Missouri. Freer spins baseline, window for 2.
A quick catch and turn, put pressure on the defense right away. Tigers have had answers this afternoon.
They have overcome a flagrant foul and a technical foul on their head coach here in the second half. Hayes, and 1. Assist Nembhard.
Is that Pinson's 5th personal, I would think?
Yes, it is.
Good play by Nembhard again. Has great feel, great control down low. And once Hayes caught that, Pinson should have just let him go.
Yep. Well, I think in film session tomorrow, Xavier is going to see 3 of those 5 fouls that he's not going to like.
Konzo had his back turned. The officials said that's 5. He goes, oh, it is. Oh, it is. So he chuckled. Oh, I didn't notice.
Pinson departs with 5 points, 3 assists, 3 rebounds today. And now Florida and Hayes missed an opportunity to tie it. The Gators, though, are feeling better. They've hit 6 of their last 7 shots.
So here we are, Beth. 1 point lead, 5 minutes. So who's the best team for 5 minutes? That's as simple as it can get right now.
Johnson rebounds the Pickett miss. Nembhard, nice feed. Hayes had it blocked. And then a whistle. Down low on Missouri. It'll be on Puryear, not Tillman.
Yeah, look how late the whistle was. Puryear thought he had all ball. The interesting part is he didn't blow the whistle for a while.
Back to the line for Hayes. All even. Well, you can start your 7-day free trial of ESPN Plus to get access to thousands of live events and the 30 for 30 library and original shows. Download the ESPN app or visit ESPN.com to get started today. Gators back on top, under 5 to go. Are they playing for their NCAA tournament lives here down the stretch? Just got off the bubble and back into Joey Brackett's bracket.
There is a reason why you're on the bubble in the first place.
Foul off the ball, and that is it for Jeremiah Tillman. And a second Tiger starter is out.
Take a look as he goes, and Kante stands right there and takes it. Then if you're Jeremiah Tillman, you just simply can't run over somebody. Now, smart play by Johnson. Saw him cutting, stood there.
Hudson for three. Geist.
Beth, the question you have with Missouri right now, who has the answer? Where do you go to?
Pull up Allen, short. Rebound Santos.
Big miss for Allen for both squads. He makes that one. This thing blows apart. Everything for Missouri is shot clock winding down. Difficult to get a good shot.
Geist backs in the defender.
That's tough. But I'm not sure 1-on-1 or 1-on-3 or whatever that game is can win you the game. Good delivery by Geist. Tough. Watch for Hudson coming back around. He's been good. Oh, nice pass.
Nembhard couldn't get the finish, and a foul on Geist. Under 3 to go in a 1-point game at the O-Dome.
ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is presented by 5-Hour Energy Shots. Get back to 100%.
1-point game, Florida with the lead over Missouri. And at SportsCenter tonight after BYU Gonzaga with Steve Levy and Zuda Mahenti. They'll recap the Rockets Warriors for you. Also, Jay Billis with his takeaways from the Duke Cuse game tonight. And reacts from Tigers' third round in Mexico at SportsCenter, midnight Eastern, 9 Pacific on ESPN and the ESPN app. At one point, a 12-point lead for Missouri. That is gone. Florida by 1. The Gators are on the bubble. Joey Brackett says they're a 10 seed right now, one of 8 SEC teams in the field. This would be damaging to those hopes, to say the least, if they fall to a 3-10 Missouri team.
It would be. With 3 minutes to go with the lead.
They have
the two guys on the floor that I think are key, Kayvon Allen and Hudson. Both guys making plays. Both guys have been able to make shots down the stretch. 2 seniors, 2 guys playing well in the last few weeks.
Jeremiah Tillman and Xavier Pinson have both fouled out of the game for the Tigers. Jordan Geist will try for 3. Hudson with the rebound.
There's a confidence not only with a defensive squad like Florida, but the guys I mentioned, Allen and Hudson, with seniors that can score the ball. And they've got some confident freshmen. Nice pass there. Got to finish.
We've got a fresh 30 to work with. 2 minutes to play. Nembhard. Hudson.
So if Missouri doesn't push, it's hard to get buckets. I mean, you'd almost like to see if they can survey, get it down the floor to see if there's anything there. Florida tightens it up so tough. The shots have been hard to come by. Degree of difficulty has been higher on the Missouri end. Good drive. Nice finish.
On the first and a chance for a three-point play. Reed Nico can tie it at the line.
And a terrific drive by Pickett. He didn't finish it, but look at the defenders he brings. Here comes Hayes, so Nichols got an opportunity to now make a three-point play to tie this game back up.
64% shooter on the year. Florida still by one. Allen and Hudson have had the hot hand in the second half for Florida. Here comes Kayvon off a screen.
Hayes is a 66% free throw shooter, so if he catches inside, foul him, don't let him have a layup.
Allen, the drive, the dish. Rebound, Missouri. Timeout, Missouri. Down one, 24 on the shot clock.
Did you mention something about bubble? Wow, Florida, a huge win Wednesday night at LSU. You come home. Everything's in line. 3 games in a row you're looking at. The bottom 3 of the league. Here's Missouri now, one down, 43 seconds left with possession of the basketball.
That's how good the SEC has been, how deep all year long. Here's what we're talking about. Missouri, Vandy, and Georgia, a combined 4 and 35 in SEC play this year. You figure they could win 3 in a row and then take your chances with LSU and Kentucky to close it out.
We know, or we feel, that Vanderbilt's going to win a game. I think they'll win a game.
You think they'll get one?
I do. I don't know what's again.
With 5 left.
I think they'll get a win. They almost won here, right? They had a chance to win here. I do think they'll get a win.
They're at Alabama tonight.
But think of the 2 road games that Florida played. At Alabama, they led from start to finish and dominated everything about it. So you really thought, wow, this Gator team's made the turn. Then they go to LSU with a huge win. We knew today these are 2 teams that average under 70 points, around 67 to 68 points a game. We kind of both said at the start it might be 68-65, right? 68-64. Well, here we are below that.
We may have overshot.
We'll get there if it gets to overtime.
Yes.
So last time, Pickett going downhill somehow off a screen has been good. Geist, his buckets are Geist made, right? They're different than everybody. He just creates them.
Well, they're looking to get Watson a touch. He was well defended. Pickett. Here's Watson. Goes away from the Nico screen. Misses off glass. Rebound Gators and a foul.
Well, one of the most active defenders for Florida, and he doesn't probably get enough credit, is Kevarius Hayes. Number 13 comes and challenges, and then watch. He's aggressive to keep it alive. Allow Johnson to take possession of the ball. Smart play.
Johnson is 3 of 4 at the line.
Well, no matter what, in a one-possession game, he needs to make this one, or you put yourself in a position to lose this thing. Missouri will take, obviously, the best shot they could get. I don't think they wait for the last one. Get the best one. Hit the offensive glass. Here we go. See if Cuonzo Martin calls timeout, or will he let it play?
And it'll be Florida that calls the timeout. One left for each side, and the possession arrow is with Florida.
Now, does Mike White do anything differently defensively? I don't think he will. I think he'll play it straight up. But do you trap? Do you throw a quick zone? The only problem with all of those things are usually you leave a guy open somewhere. Because they're solid enough in their man-to-man defense. Because of their same-size bodies, they verbally talk well, and they switch a lot of things.
2-point lead for Florida.
So I'm trying to think off the top of my head over the years, who has hit game winners for Missouri? Kevin Puryear's hit a couple. He hit one against Auburn in the SEC tournament. He hit another one regular season a year ago, deep, 3 in a left-handed corner. Hasn't scored much. Not a big threat with a 3-ball, but those are the guys that are left open sometimes.
We've seen some strings. It was Chris Choza last year, right?
That's right.
The late score for Florida to beat Missouri on the road.
Because you know they'll cover up Watson. Here we go.
Geist. Puryear doubled.
Got him.
A 3 for the lead. No good. Rebound Johnson. And they quickly get it to the best free throw shooter in school history.
Wow, Missouri got a good look. They got a great look. And how quickly Florida got the ball to Kayvon Allen. As you mentioned, Beth, the best free throw shooter in Florida history. 88%.
Making his 125th career start. And on pace to finish only behind Kenny Boynton, the most starts in that Florida jersey. They're wearing their throwbacks today to honor the '94 Final Four team. And Allen can make it a 2-possession game with this one. He's 8 for 9 today. And Florida will call its final timeout.
It's not easy. But it looks like the Gators are going to escape at home.
17 for Allen, 13 for Johnson, 11 for Hudson today.
Well, down 12 in the second half. This was the first play of the second half. A steal, and then Allen lays it in, and they continued to put really defensive pressure on Missouri. And offensively, when they went to Allen either down low or outside, he responded. And I said it about halfway through the second half. There was a bounce in his step going to the sideline because he was engaged physically with Geist and some other guys. And that kind of ignited him, and he's been terrific again. Great leadership.
Second half tonight and second half LSU, 35 points. In those two 40-minute spans.
And that's the difference probably between these two teams. An Allen or a Hudson can make big shots down the stretch. We both thought Missouri, when they get into things, it takes them a while, and they don't have a one-on-one breakdown guy that can get you a bucket.
They're going to have to go the length of the floor. Ronnie Suggs will inbounds. The Gators are going to send all 5 guys back midcourt and deeper. Johnson asking if he should be on the ball.
They just want Missouri to catch it in front of them.
Geist will put up the 3. And that'll do it. Florida erases a 12-point deficit in the second half. And they win it 64-60. Improving to 16-11, 8-6 in the league.
Sometimes when you're in a great league, it's just about survival. The Gators did this afternoon.
They've won 4 in a row. Coming up next, Vanderbilt and Alabama. I'm Sungholt. Thanks for joining us tonight in Gainesville.